my very noble and approved good masters, that I have taken away this old man's daughter. It is most true. True, I have married her.
Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary,
what does this to a man?
Maybe it was natives?
There aren't any natives here anymore.
What are you doing, Poe?
Edgar!
Over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore.
Who did this to you?
While I nodded, nearly napping,
I couldn't say what it is. Spirit. Devil. Indians call it bad medicine.
Suddenly there came a tapping. As of someone gently rapping. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this."
As cold as clay, my breath is earthly.
And nothing more. And the raven, never flitting, still is sitting on the pallid-busted palace just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming. And my soul, from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor, shall be lifted nevermore.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Let's go. Welcome to Like It Really Is with Maurice. Like It Really Is Unplugged. We are in the building. I just want to welcome everybody back. I haven't seen everybody in a real long time. And, part of that reason is because, I've been real busy. The summertime in New York City starts around about, like April, and we only get like a little bit of time. So, I have a lot of stuff that I had to take care of. But, Lo, you want to talk about this icon, man. This icon that has, he has trailblazed for years. I mean, he has put down some legendary historical films that have, like, paved the way for many other artists, paved the way, giving us this father-like, mentality. If you look back in the days, you see the fathers were real strict back in the days, and that was the reason why they spoke about love. A lot of them spoke about caring and sharing, and it was shows that touched your heart. Let me tell you a little bit about the lost and of this man. This man is incredible. He like I said, iconic. James Earl Jones. He is an iconic American actor known for his deep, resonant voice and impressive acting range. His career spans over 6 decades, man. I'm telling you, when I say 6 decades, that's no lie. It spans over 6 decades, during which he has delivered memorable performances in theater, film, and television. Some of his most notable roles include Darth Vader in the Star Wars franchise, where his voice became synonymous with characters imposing presence. Mufasa in Disney's the Lion King, where his voice brought a regal and fatherly quality to the character. Thurgood Marshall, the courtship of Eddie's father, and Jackie Robinson. The Jackie Robinson story showcasing his versatility and ability to embody historical figures in depth and nuance. Jones, man, let me tell you, Jones' stage work includes notable performances in productions like Fences and Othello, where his portrayal of powerful characters has earned him acclaim. His distinctive voice has also made him a sought-after narrator, lending his talent to documentaries, commercials, and various other projects. Once again, like I say, this guy is a legend. Um, I did. We do have family connections with James Earl Jones. Um, Wendy's father um, was close with James Earl Jones. They visited each other and stuff like that. So, there was a tight knit in the family with James Earl Jones. Uh, again, these are leaders. People who have paved the way for many different things, man, and so we have to give homage, to those people. Now, like I'm going strictly off script today, man. Because I really need to really get a message across. You know, yeah. I mean, also he played in what's that with Eddie Murphy? It's a damn shame I don't even remember it. But uh, Zamunda, Coming to America. Yes. Okay. Stupid. Anyway, but also his pictures go his movies go back to movies like James Earl Jones. I mean, uh, many different movies from back in the days, man. Claudine. When I say this guy is a legend, man, we're losing legends. It's really important for people to really understand, that we are really, really losing our legends. These are the people that have paved the way for us. Now, if you don't know much about, this man, you should go and take a look at some of the movies that he's done, some of the black movies that he's done in the past. Historical, legendary, and it's a terrible loss. It's a terrible loss. But again, in this world today, we lose people every day. And it's sometimes it's very hurtful if it's someone that's real close to you, right? But if I'm not close to that person, I don't feel that same pain. But when you lose somebody, you lose your history. You lose a little bit of your heritage. To really just give you a small tidbit, I don't know how many people out here that can agree with me about how the movies from a long time ago, they used to talk more about love, just like the music. We used to talk about love. We used to talk about, sexual healing, and what I'm saying, it was, love your woman, and I'm gonna be there for you. And we're witnessing today changes. COVID has changed people. You understand? Has changed people. And I don't know the direction where we're going, but this is a total blur. When I say blur, I mean I've never seen anything like this before. But I know that we are in a time where things are changing, and a lot of older people are looking down at the generations before them and seeing the hurt and the pain, and I'm sure they're hurt. I'm sure they're hurt by what they see, you know. But one thing that I tell people, like a lot of people, you know, and I don't want to get off course because we're still talking about James Earl Jones, because you know he, like I said, and I'm tying all of this stuff in is because there was a message in a lot of that film back in the days. You know, whether it be teaching us how it was to be a family, you know, and struggling and trying to make it in the world today, and then parents are on welfare, and next thing you know, the representative for welfare comes to check your home, and all of these things that a lot of people don't have to go through now. It was already gone through, and a lot of people from the past took the brunt of a lot of the freedoms that we have today, and we don't give them enough homage. We don't really care about people anymore. The only thing we care about is ourselves, and I think that's a really, really big problem. So listen, if you don't want to like this channel, if you don't want to subscribe to this channel, that's okay, because I'm not really here to get money for what I do. This is not my purpose of running and chasing you and trying to see what I can throw up and do pranks and stuff like that. I've always told y'all that that's not what I'm doing here. Okay, and at the end of the day, everybody that's doing that might resort to what I'm doing one day. I don't need that money. I have my own ways to make money. But I think it's important that we send a message. Is not to forget about the people before you. You know what I mean? Not to forget about a lot of times. Let me give you an example, right? Like if we take some of the TV shows and put them in place of everything that we have right now, I think that the world would be a whole lot different. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys want to chime in and tell me maybe I'm wrong. Maybe let me see. You got a comment here. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. All right. Angel Hall says Pam Grier, Foxy Brown, and Bernadette Stannis, the daughter on Good Times, who is more beautiful. Definitely easily Bernadette, and she's still beautiful and fine. Yeah, I mean, do you remember the shows? Do you all remember the like sometimes you're feeling it in your heart. Sometimes you maybe crying a little bit because you hear the message. You understand what they're trying to say. That's why I be telling people sometimes, like a lot of people say, like, man, I want to hear the news. Oh, the news is always a problem. There's always something going on. There's always a murder, or there's always something happening. It's too much for my brain. And I try to tell people, yes, it's good to get that information because it's important, right? But at the same time, after you finish looking at all that sad stuff, go look at something funny. Go look at Living Color. Go look at Wildin' Out. Go look at something that's funny, and then you understand what I'm saying. Like, then you can have that laughter, and then turn to something that's gonna make you cry, right? Because you have to bring out all these feelings. You have to have feelings. And a lot of times this internet that we're dealing with and the social media, it has no feelings. It has no heart. So again, we want to give a shout out and those special prayers up for the family of James Earl Jones. And we just want to send positive energy and just positive vibes to anybody that has lost somebody, and because it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. A lot of times we look at these things on TV and we kind of like, okay, you know what? Yeah, it happened, but it didn't happen to me. But when it hits home. When you lose somebody that you love, then that's a tough thing. That's a tough pill to swallow. But there is a such thing as continuing to go on, right? Because if you stay in that stupor where you've lost somebody and you're just going down, 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 it can really mess you up mentally. So my prayers go out to the family of uh, Mr. Jones, and a lot of people were saying I look like James Earl Jones. Um, I kind of I have like a thing with my voice, right? I have a thing with my voice, right? Um, that I kind of like connected with him, like, because when he talked on the radio, he's like, like I don't know how to do the Darth Vader thing, um, but I don't even have the words for it. I thought I had the words for it, but I don't have the words for it. But the voice, I've always, he's taught me, right? And yeah, he's taught me something. He's taught me that your voice is a tool and a instrument, not just for singing, not just for announcements. Uh, you can use your voice in movies and stuff like that. Cartoons. You know, and also the value of a deep voice. Because he had a very, very, very deep voice. So I don't know. I guess I'm kind of trying to emulate him in some way, but there's no emulating a legend like that. There's no emulating a legend like that. You know. Um, yeah, I just wanted to come on because not only that we're losing him, but we're losing a lot of other people too. And I wanted to just get on that too. We're losing a lot of people that are in their 50s. We're losing people that are in their 40s. Man, we're losing people at the age of 18. All right, that's just a whole nother issue. That we have to deal with. And I'm starting to believe that. And as I take my hiatus, right, I'm looking around and I'm saying to myself that just be you and just do you. You know what I'm saying? And if people don't like you, that's fine. You know, um, I'm not going to be able to please everybody in the social media realm. I'm not going to be able to 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 please everybody in the world. But one thing that I do know is that staying focused is important. You know what I mean? Staying focused in everything that happens in life, we have to stay focused because definitely in a time where things are changing, we're evolving, we're in the middle of this process. And all that's old is dying off, and all that's new is here. So I don't know. What do we have here? I don't know. But I know one thing is that I'm never going to change. I'm not going to, no, I'm going to change. I'm going to go to different levels in life, but I'm not going to change. I'm going to continuously be who I am and be me. Uh, you know, James Earl Jones had a situation. I don't know in depth what was his situation, but just to uh, put it out there is that I had some scares this summer, and I'm kind of skeptical when even talking about it. I had a couple of scares. I had a scare this summer, and this is what I'm saying to people: you got to take care of yourself. uh, I was feeling like a pain in my stomach. And it did, I had got my colonoscopy, had a hernia replacement. And I thought, like, yo, somebody did something wrong. Panic. Who did it? I talked to my doctor and I said, you know what? I got pain on the top of my stomach, right? When she told me, she said, is it below your stomach or on the top? She said, oh, well, I said, it's not below, it's on the top. She said, well, you know what? We got to do an endoscopy. An endoscopy is when they take a camera and stick it down your throat to see your esophagus and to see your stomach. And come to find out that I had pallets in my stomach. So the doctor took out the pallets and took it to the lab to test it to see if it was cancer. Now, this can happen to anybody, so anybody young, anybody old, in the middle, whatever the case may be. So they took it out. They said they're gonna need 3 days to test it, and they'll get back with me. Well, let me tell you something. 3 days turned into 3 years, right? My life flashed before me, like starting to think about, oh man, what's gonna happen? What am I gonna do? Like, what about my kids? What about this stuff? What about my dream? What about being able to open my eyes? My eyes are gonna be closed. It's over. And that is that I slowly took myself into a stupor that I really didn't want to talk to nobody, period, because my mind kept racing. And when I say racing, from night to morning to late at night, when you get a scare, when you have a pain, when you have a problem, do not wait. Do not say, oh, yeah, that's just a little pain in the side. Up, a little bit of tequila, a little Casamigos and cranberries is going to fix that. Don't worry about that. I'll take care of that. Yeah, I'll just get some sea moss and that's going to handle it. Well, I do got some sea moss. And I do have some probiotics, because it keeps the stomach healthy, promoting that stomach health. So let me just continue about this scare, right? So 3 days felt like 3 years. And when the doctor told me or typed it out, I don't see any cancer, let me tell you something. I felt like, I dropped off a mountain, but then a parachute opened up. You hear me? I feel like I fell off a mountain, but then when I got that response and that you don't have it, or we didn't find it, it's not there, the parachute opened up, right? And that reminds me of something that Steve Harvey said. Sometimes you have to jump off a mountain, but just because you jump off that mountain and take that chance to follow that dream or whatever the case may be, you will hit some rocks on the way down, right? But eventually your parachute will open, right? So I know it may not come together with that, but I'm just saying my parachute had opened. And that just changed my whole outlook and my whole thought pattern about life and what I'm going to be doing and how I'm going to be doing it, what I should be saying on this podcast or YouTube channel. And, basically just eating healthier, right? And knowing that when you get to a certain point of your life, right? When you get to a certain point in your life, your body can't handle certain things. You know what I'm saying? You can't eat this or you can't eat that. It's all good. Some people are 20 years old and they can't eat this and they can't eat that. So it's not like, oh, it's just for old people. No, it's for people, you know what I'm saying? Like staying focused on what your intake is important. Can't keep doing the same thing and thinking you're going to get different results, you know, because you're not, you know. So listen, I don't know who's out there listening, and I just want to let you guys know just to inspired, stay inspired, and keep your health together. Stop playing with your health, you know, because let me tell you something. I'm talking to myself. I'm not just talking to you guys. I'm talking to myself because I got to stop playing with it just like you got to stop playing with it. This channel is not a channel to like I said monetize. We're not about that. We about having a serious conversation with some serious people that want to talk about issues that may be plaguing their life or the community. You know what I'm saying? But we want to definitely say rest in peace to this icon, this legend, and go back and see some of his movies. Claudette. Um, I don't know if I'm going to get away with this, and I don't know if I could play this, but you know, I really, to tell you the truth, with Facebook, I don't know, they own some different stuff. You know what I mean? But I could play it, but I don't know if I want to. But I'm just going to let you guys know. Go to YouTube and put in James Earl Jones old movies, right? James Earl Jones old movies, and check out some of his stuff, man. Check out what he's trying to teach, what the world was trying to teach, right? And then look at what we're going through right now, and look at what's happening right now. Anyway, listen, it is what it is, man. You know, this is Like It Really Is Unplugged. I am your host, you know what I'm saying, with the most. Um, you know, there's also, I want to speak on my cousin Wendy. There's a lot of bloggers out there that are, you know, talking about stuff and starting to bring up, you know, things about Wendy. You know, Wendy is in a good place right now, and uh, she's looking forward to coming back into her life and doing great things for herself. People go through things in life. People struggle in life, but a lot of times people, if you noticed that a lot of stuff that Wendy was saying, a lot of that stuff is coming out even more now in the news. And yes, she may have been the bearer of bad news or the bearer of whatever the case may be. Um, but when you're dealing with these higher ups, you know, she didn't have a fear of people, of who would do anything. Strong minded. And so she is in our prayers. The family loves you very much, Wendy, and you know that. Uh, Missing you as well. Uh, but sometimes we have to take a moment for ourselves, because if you look at what she went through, lose the loss of her mother, the cheating of the husband, and the illnesses, and along with the addiction, um, That's a lot. That's a lot to go through. That's a lot to go through. I don't know if anybody is human out there and can understand or can agree with me that that's a lot to go through. And so my prayers are out to Wendy. You have paved the way. You have made a mark. You have, uh, you know, bursted through walls and bust through doors to get where you are. And I'm definitely proud of you, of your accomplishments. My hopes is that as you get better, your eyes start to open up more about what's around you. You know, just like everybody these days, we have to, because of what's going on with the world today, we have to be careful about who's around us. So very, very important. Anyway, listen, if you like my channel, if you got love for bamboo, that's what they call me, bamboo out there in the world. Beat Street, breakdance, my history. It's a book. What I've seen through these eyes. I am grateful that I made it this far, because to be honest with you, I shouldn't even be here right now. I shouldn't even be here right now. I made it through storm after storm after storm after storm. And if it wasn't for my faith in God, right? If it wasn't for my faith in God, I would not be here today, right? So you could believe in what you believe in. I'm going to believe in what I believe in. But I got knowledge of self. You must understand that on a 5% level. And I got knowledge that goes back a long time. But the whole thing is that I made it through. James Earl Jones made it through. He made it to 93. 93? Am I correct? Change if I'm wrong, you can kill me later. Wendy's father is in his 90s. Blessings to him. There is a time when you will be here on this planet and you will enjoy this planet. But one thing that a lot of people say, yeah, well, you know what? I went here to college and I did all of this and I did this and did that. You know, everybody has a story. And I didn't go to college, but I got knowledge. And that's street knowledge. And not only street knowledge, corporate knowledge. I have different skills. But anyway, if you ever need security cameras, please reach out to me. Where can you reach out to me on? Okay. You can reach out to me on Instagram on Like It Really Is Unplugged. If you need camera systems. I know I kind of went off in a tangent just now, but I just also want to remind you guys that, you know, I do a lot more different things than that. Also, we have a special security situation where, security business where if you have a staff member that doesn't show up for work, then, you know, hey, give us a call. It's called the bat signal. Crazy, right? We're gonna get all that stuff together. We're we're gonna get all that organized, because there's a lot of things. Like I said, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of things I'm doing. Running into a lot of different artists, a lot of different musicians. Shout out to Johnny Quest, my pianist. He's supposed to be coming back, and they're supposed to be doing a lot of different things. I've been watching, my health, and there's just a lot of stuff going on. And I know you guys have not seen me in a long time, and I just wanted to step out and have a word with y'all and remind you to subscribe to the channel. Just show love, because I'm not going to sit back here and be every day begging you to subscribe to my channel. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just say it and hope that you understand that this channel here, this channel right here, this channel here is different, and we intend on being different. And I don't want to be like everybody else. I've never really been too good at following people. You know what I mean? Never been too good at that. So listen, this is Like It Really Is with Maurice. I am your host, man. Thanks for stopping by. Just thanks for showing love. And even after this thing here, you go on my page on Like It Really Is Unplugged and subscribe to the channel. Man, listen, I'm telling you that, but I'm trying to get everybody from Facebook over to YouTube, because I don't want to deal with Facebook. You guys understand what I'm saying? I want to take everybody that I have that's on Facebook to go to YouTube, and I'll put a link somewhere. Go to Facebook, not now, but right now, and show your love and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. And like I said, I'm not going to cry if you don't, but I'm going to smile if you do. You know what I mean? All right. Let me see. Is there anything else? No, I don't think so. I don't think there's anything else. There's just so much things going on in the world today. I've kind of like, I want to pick my poison. I don't want to just jump into stuff and just, spread certain kind of energies. I want to be able to spread energies that works for people, and that could help people maybe love again. You know what I'm saying? To be able to change. And this is not for just me. It's for you, and it's for everybody else that's in this world. All right? This is Like It Really Is with Maurice. I want to thank everybody for showing love, man. Until next time, yo, Bill, tell them what to do.
Salute, kid. Always. Always thankful and grateful. Let you stay blessed. You heard? I'm so blessed. So are you. Yeah. I love myself, I love my life, I love my kids, I love my wife, I'm positive, I try to do what's right. I respect darkness, but rather live in light. Yo, I love my fam, I love my mom, I love my community, I love God, I love unity. He died for you and me. I always be thankful and grateful. Wouldn't you be? Sing it, Queen.